Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about this situation that I'm going to address in this video, and then after that it is what it is. Now, I've been advised by my mama, my friends, my team members, people who help me consult on certain things. I've been advised by my audience. I've been advised by so many people not to address this. But I'm a hard-headed only child Aquarius, and I'm hard-headed. I'm hard-headed. So to those of you who are disappointed that, I really did not want her to address this, I really did not want her to say nothing, I'm sorry. I'm hard-headed. I'm a hard-headed only child. I'm a hard-headed Aquarius, and it just is what it is. Now, on the internet, I know that a lot of people think that the person that talks the loudest is the strongest. To me, the way I was raised, the person that talks the loudest is the one who ain't gonna bust a grape. Like, that's just kind of how I was raised. Like, the girl who got the most mouth is the one who is just all mouth. So, like, I see a lot of people like, oh, this person is scared of this person. Oh, this person, oh, they're not responding. No, I don't argue back and forth with females. Like, we're not going to fight. This isn't going to result in a fight. You're just going to be doing a whole bunch of talking. And then what? I'm going to be getting loud and irate. And then what's going to be the end result? Two people getting loud and irate for what? Like, I be seeing like the main people who talks the loudest are the main people who are the quickest to go to the police and file restraining. Like, I don't know. Like, the stuff that y'all view as hard or bout it, I view as weak. Like, I view certain people who be barking back and forth, like, and just those people, to me, I don't like. I look at them and I see straight through them. Y'all see whatever y'all see. I see somebody who probably never had a fight in their life. All talk, all mouth, period. But that's neither here nor there. That's just kind of, like, I don't know, like, I was raised with, like, you don't argue with females. If you got a problem, if you see them in person, if it's really, 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 really funk, then at that moment you address it and it'll be really, really, really funk. I just wasn't raised with internet banging. That's like, I don't know. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I just want to address this because I don't need nobody speaking for me, and I don't need to address this either. However, I feel like I'm a person who, if I don't get it off my chest, it's just going to bother me. Like, it's going to, like, not on the sense of the situation is bothering me. It's just the sense of I want to say what I want to say and just be done with it. That part of it is bothering me. Like, it's hard for me to not speak. Now, this situation is a situation where I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Tasha K set me up. I feel like she purposely and intentionally went to T.S. Madison and twisted the narrative of my fish video, and she purposely and intentionally set us apart against each other. And the reason that I feel like she did that is because that, number one, she always puts this rhetoric out that this person is jealous, that person is jealous. Sweetie, we're not jealous of you. I feel like you are jealous. You are the truth. Like, at first I'm like, well, I don't think she's jealous. I don't think she is. Sweetie, you're acting very, 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 very something. If it ain't jealous, it's something. It's weird. But whatever. So that's what I'll be going over in this video. I'll be talking about how I feel like she purposely and intentionally set me and T.S. Madison up to go against each other. I'm going to talk about the bogus receipts that Storm Monroe was showing. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to talk about the whole, she took love, oh well, her bad, too sad. She should have never took Tasha K's side when it came to the Lovely T thing. And, I don't feel bad for her because she took Lovely T's side. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about the Cardi B content. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about it all. I talk about getting money selling pajamas on my second channel. So I want to interrupt this broadcast by saying definitely go visit my other channel, Nick LeClaire. But in the meantime, and while you're trying to find that channel, it's always going to be in the link in the description. You can also find in the description box my website. You can go to my website to find my pajamas on my website at neekatnight.com. And you can find my link to my other channel where I talk about buying wholesale, getting this money, getting this bag, and you can find all of that on my other channel. So check the link in the description for my other channel and check the link in the description for my website. You can find it all down below. Now let's get back into this mess. So whatever you do, get yourself settled in because this will be the time. We're just going to talk about it here. There ain't going to be no rah, 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 rah. Because doing all, like, if you're not going to fight the person, all this stuff, like, why are we doing this? I'm not about to do all that. Because, like, you're not going to, like, this isn't where anybody is about to fight. It's not on that level to where you're going to fight me or I'm going to fight. Like, so all that rah, rah, extra ass shit, I'm not about to do that. Now, did I get caught off guard with the whole setup that you did that I'm going to explain later and I got frustrated on my live? Yes, that happened one time. Once all of your setup hit me and I didn't fully articulate everything that was going on, like, yeah, you really had me effed up in that moment. I dropped a tear, make your jokes. I'm going to make them jokes, take them jokes straight to the damn bank. Yeah, you caught me off guard once, but it won't happen again. So, all of the resulting of, yelling and all those antics, girl, we're not even about to do all of that. But I'm going to speak my piece and I'm going to talk and I'm going to say how I feel. Now, first thing I'll get out the way is, Tasha, you know that you've been telling. It is so crazy to me the level of lies that this woman would tell. Now, I've already been a person where I can tell when she lying most of the time. Like a lot of the stories I can look at and I'll be like, that girl probably lying about this. Like, it's not really probably all the way true. But this situation, like when you are the butt of the lie, you realize it's like this girl will lie. She lies so much that she lied even though she knows that the lie can be debunked. That's how much of a liar she is. And I don't know if it's because it's just pathological and it just rolls off and it's just, it's just is what it is. Or I don't know if she lies and she just thinks that her audience is that stupid and that retarded to not really, I don't know. And part of me, I do think that she thinks that her audience is a certain type of way, but that's neither here nor there. And first thing, I never talked to R. Kelly a day in my life. I never met that man. I never even been to an R. Kelly concert. Never seen the man from afar, from a close, not on the phone, not from a this, not from a that. If I would have had access to R. Kelly and been able to speak with him, that has been the biggest content on my channel, aside from Queen Naija and covering YouTubers. Now, before I transitioned into focusing solely on celebrity news, I was heavy in the YouTube vlog covering Chris Sales, Queen Naija, the actual YouTubers realm of it. I had several viral videos already previous. I had a viral video about Rob Kardashian and Black China when he exposed her and they first fell out. I had a viral video with Cameron when he broke up with Juju and he had the side chick that came forward. I had colorism videos, several videos that hit. I was already covering Cardi B content before Tasha K did the Star Marie interview. Before Tasha K did the Star Marie interview, Lovely T had posted up the clip of Star Marie going live. So what a lot of you guys coming late to this whole party, let me give you a little bit of a backstory and then we're gonna go forward. Star Marie came forward and she did a live and she made accusations about Cardi B. She said that she used to work with Cardi B in a strip club. She said that Cardi B was this way. And the way that she described Cardi B it didn't sound too far from what I've seen Cardi B display. Lovely T posted the live, and in Lovely T's video, she's like, don't really sound too off. When I seen it, I'm not going off of what Lovely T say. I'm going off my own mind. I'm looking and I'm like, it don't really sound like something that Cardi B wouldn't do. Star Marie hasn't shown at that point that she's a total, she totally like embellished parts of it. Like that part wasn't known. So I did the story as well. I posted up the story and I'm like, this kind of sound whatever. So I ran the story. All right, that's number one. Before I ran that story, before Tasha did the even interview part of it, I had already been calling out Cardi B on several topics that was going on that I felt was problematic. I think prior to that she had got into it. I think prior to that she was pregnant and she had got into it with a girl at the mall. I covered that story. Prior to that, she had been doing a couple of things around social media and I had been already calling it out. I'm not because Tasha K got a problem, I'm suddenly calling out Cardi B. No. If you go on my channel, in which most people don't do the research, they just see where they were introduced to you as. Just because Tasha K may have shared something of mine, baby, I already had viral stories rolling. Period. Let's just get that out the way. You can go do the research. Tasha K did the Cardi B interview. I did not agree with that interview. Even though I had already been calling out Cardi B for other things, I did not agree with nobody putting no STD on nobody if it ain't verified. I did not agree with the salacious content in the interview. I did not agree with how it seemed like the interview was being led. Didn't agree with it. Came on my platform. I don't agree with the way Tasha K did that interview. Tasha K called in on my interview. I told her, I don't agree with how you did that. I don't think that it was right. Tasha K said, that's just how I am. I said, well, that's how you are. It is what it is. I don't agree.
Is this me?
Yeah, this is me.
What's going on, girl? You were going in on my ass. What's going on?
Because I felt like you be shitting on people, and I think that that's jacked up.
Sometimes I gotta do it now. It's just a different side of me that come out. You know what I'm saying?
I think that that's jacked up. I'm like, you know what? She been shitting on people. I'm be honest. I'm like, she be shitting on people. I think it's too much. I think it's a little too much. I thought that the interview, I'm not gonna lie, you have some really good interviewing skills. But I was like, this is a little bit much. Like, we don't know the receipts that you have. And I just want to say, I like anything. Oh, thank you.
Don't tell me to try it. You've always been gorgeous to try. So
okay. And I'm just like, anything that I say on here, I can say directly to the person. People was like, well, why you ain't hypey no more? I'm like, well, I'm talking to her. I got to be hypey to tell her exactly what I said, But I respect your platform. I do think it's jacked up to be shitting on people, but hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just my style. I love to go on like wilding out with big candidate folks. I've just always been like, you know what I'm saying? So can't change who I am. I respect your platform. I respect your opinion. Keep doing your motherfucking thing, and thanks for bringing that damn real. Okay, so go ahead and have a nice job at work, and thank you everybody for just listening to me. Even though some of them don't fuck with me, I appreciate you. Cut my ass out anyway.
So in that clip, when I was talking about a guy that she was shitting on, I was talking about the Star Report. She has said some very, very, very vile things about the Star Report, and she was shitting on him, and it was just so fucked up. I thought it was fucked up. And me, like, sometimes, like, I laugh shit off, but, like, if I tell you it, like, just because I'm laughing, if I tell it out of my mouth, that's what I mean. Like, I felt like it was jacked up, and I told her it was jacked up. Just like when she came on my Jason Lee video, I told her that she hit below the belt, and she fucked up the same way back in 2018. I told her before that she was fucked up before, period. That was that. That was one encounter, okay? So, fast forward. The whole Lovely T, Tasha K shit hit the fan. They had teamed up as far as before this interview thing and collab. They seemed cool. Shit hit the fan with that because Lovely T was the original person who posted the interview, and Tasha K was the person who interviewed Star Marie. So they were the two people at the center. They clashed. Their friendship was tested. At the time, you know, it was like a spiritual warfare going on with Lovely T. And at the time, I'm an outside viewer. I'm not realizing how demonic certain forces is. So I'm just a viewer on the outside. Now, this happens all the time that I do a story. I'll say, both people, I feel, did things. And I don't understand why every time, and it seems like I always start to lose my voice every time it's a Tasha K subject, and I haven't even been like talking that much. It's just something about that energy that just be fucking with people. So now I understand why Lovely T was like, shit, everything is just, shit just weird. Like, it just, that energy is just weird. But anyways, at that time, I said, I see Lovely T has done this indirectly in my eyes. So when I say I felt like Lovely T did indirect things, there were bloggers who was making direct attack videos towards Tasha. Lovely T at that time, she like they would do videos, and I do not feel like, because a lot of people put the narrative like Lovely T had them people making videos. I don't think that Lovely T had them making videos at all. They made videos because they wanted to make the videos. However, within them making the videos, I feel like their videos mirrored how she felt about Tasha. So she donated to those people. She was in their chats. She donated to them. So instead of her directly saying how she felt about Tasha, she donated and supported those channels, and it kind of looked like a cosign to how she felt. Tasha, instead of indirectly contributing to stuff that people were putting out, Tasha directly said how she felt. Now, when I came forward and did my video, I said, as a viewer, I'm not Tasha K's friend. She came on my platform and I interviewed her about how I didn't agree with not the Lovely T thing, how I didn't interview with her how I did not agree with her with the Cardi B thing. We were not friends though. Like, that wasn't my friend. I don't agree with you. She came on my platform. I don't agree with that. She said, well, this is how I am. This is how I'm going to be. Woo wop. All right. Woo woo wop. It is what it is. Tasha wasn't my friend. Lovely T wasn't my friend. I don't kiki with either of them. I'm not going to Lovely T being like, oh, fuck Tasha. And I'm not going to Tasha saying fuck T. As a blogger, I'm like, well, I'm witnessing the indirect stuff here. I'm witnessing the direct stuff here. Now, I didn't know how diabolical it was over here. So I'm just like, well, this person is indirect. This person is direct. I feel like they both have been tit for tat playing at each other. Both. Now, whenever I say both, a lot of people seem to become tone deaf, and they seem to only hear, well, she didn't take the side that I take, so she took that side. When I say both. Now, when I came forward and I talked about this, Tasha K called in. I didn't tell Tasha K to call in. I didn't call her and tell her I was doing commentary on it. I didn't give her a heads up. I didn't call Lovely T. I didn't have Lovely T's number to call her. And I did not even have Tasha K's number stored in my phone at that time to even call her. Didn't call neither one of them. Tasha K chimed in. I'm talking about her. I'm also talking about Lovely T. I let her chime in on what is about her. She said her piece. Okay, cool. Lovely T did not call in. Had Lovely T called in, I would have allowed her to say her piece. Tasha's opinions does not reflect mine. My opinion was, I see indirect donations and contributions here. I see direct jabs here. That was that. Now, let's back up from that. Now that we got that out the way. Now that we already got the do your own research. The Cardi B and the whole Star Marie thing happened, I want to say September 2018. Go to my channel far as back as September 2018 go to June, go to March, look up any other Cardi B video and look up how I covered it already before that. Period. But me, right is right, wrong is wrong. I didn't agree with the interview that Tasha K did. Period. However, when it came to drugging and robbing men, that's fucked up. That's a big story. I covered it. Just because Tasha K started the trend, I don't agree with nobody drugging and robbing nobody. I did commentary on it. Now, because my commentary was, I guess, Tasha K was trying to blast her on it. Whether Tasha K blasted her or not, I don't agree with Bill Cosby drugging and doing nothing to nobody. I don't agree with Cardi B drugging and robbing nobody. So whether she already posted that or not, I would not have agreed with that, period. Period. Because I didn't agree and Tasha didn't agree also, but her didn't agree was a different level of didn't agree. She shared my video. I'm not going to stop her from sharing my video. Why would I do that? That's free promo. I don't care. I didn't feel the need to clarify that we're not friends. We're not friends. She shared my video. You cannot name any other tiff that she had that I have caped for her on. Period. The only thing that you can say is Cardi B, because I had already been covering Cardi B and I'm not going to change how I cover something because somebody else got a beef with them. I'm just going to stay true to me, and that's what I did. Period. She done fell out and she done went below the belt with Alexis Sky, with all kind of people. You've never seen me mirror her rhetoric in any of that shit. Period. You've seen Storm hop on the bandwagon of all her beefs. You have not seen Nick at Night do that. The only thing that you can say is that she did Cardi B content, and if you do your own research, you will see that Nick at Night had already been doing Nick at Night content. Now we got that out the way. Moving on. Moving on. The reason why you're here, I will just get that out the way. Period. And then I will go back. So I'll go forward and then I'll go back. So I feel like when it came to the whole fish topic, I feel like Tasha K set me up. We have never been friends. We have always been cordial colleagues. We've been cordial, like the same way I'm cordial colleagues with so many other bloggers. I follow a lot of bloggers that do the same thing as I do. If they post something cool on their community tab, or not their community tab, but on Instagram or something, I'll leave a comment. I'm cordial. We're cordial colleagues. We are not friends. We are cordial colleagues. I don't have a beef with you. I don't have an issue with you. We are cordial colleagues. Period. Period. I'm not on the phone with Tasha, kikiing with her and talking to her. I never been on the phone with Lovely T, kikiing with her and talking to her. Have I talked to Tasha K on the phone before pertaining different things, as far as, did I talk to her when she called me about a situation with another blogger? Yeah. Did I talk to her on the phone when she fell out with Candace? Yeah. And I'll get to that later. But it's never been, hey girlfriend, how you doing? We friends, we talking, no, never been nothing like that. It's always been, do you have a comment on a story? Or something along those lines. It has never been that. And I never felt the need to clarify any of that, because why do I need to prove any alliance to either one? When, as I know that in my heart, I'm not being messy by going to this person. I'm not being messy talking about this person. Their beef is their beef. It ain't mine. But I'm still going to be a fair blogger, and I'm still going to give my opinion on how I feel. Moving on. The reason why you're here. Now, it's hard to not go back, but the last time before this incident that is current, the last time that I had communication with Tasha K was in June of 2019. She texted me regarding the R. Kelly story. She tried to I had an exclusive that she had not had. She didn't run the exclusive. I got intel that Azriel had went and seen her father. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some of my sources came to me and they wondered why TMZ, Tasha K, CNN, Gayle King, nobody had covered the fact that there was this rhetoric that Azriel was held with R. Kelly. She couldn't go see her family. She hadn't been out of his grasp. You know, he was in jail. She was riding hard for R. Kelly. However, she had went to go visit her family, but no blogs were talking about it. I got intel that that was the thing. I seen correspondence with Angelo's right-hand man that it kind of was confirmed true. So being that Larry, aka Grown Man, was Angelo's right-hand man, he had communications via DM with a person, and he had said that Azriel did go to Florida. So I went directly to him. Did Azriel go to Florida to see her family? He kind of tried to beat around the bush about it, but then he ultimately said, yes, she did, but it wasn't like that. It was like this, da-da-da-da. It was a PR stunt. But did she go and did she see her family? She did go and see her family. Yes. But it wasn't like that. But did she go see her family, though? She did? Okay. Came on my platform, ran the story. Soon as I ran any stories, Angelo immediately goes live. He tries to discredit me. He tries to call me a liar. He says that I'm a liar. So just like any other time, I reported the truth, and it has been verified since then by Larry again, and it's been verified that what I reported was the truth. He had went live. She's a liar. She knows what she's talking about. Da, 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 da. The same day, then Tasha texts me. This is June of 2018. After Angelo had already went live, after he had already tried to discredit me. Right? So then Tasha texts me. Hold up, let me go to it so that you guys can see. Then I'm sorry, I wanted to go forward, but we're just going to get this out the way. We're just going to get this out the way. Hold up. Okay, June 12th, she fell out with Daytime Tea Time. I said, I hate to see you in Daytime Tea Time where you guys are at. Is this situation totally non-repairable? That's when I had a conversation with her at that time. Before that, she told me Happy Mother's Day. I said, same to you, whatever. Then I said, you know, hate to see you in Daytime Tea Time like this. Then that's fucked up. Then I got the exclusive about the R. Kelly situation. Angelo had went live, tried to call me a liar. Then after that, Tasha K texted me. There's something I have to tell you. I'm like, what? Call me, it's off the record. I'm not about to play these games with Angelo behind. Because I knew the only reason she was texting me was because of Angelo. He had went live and like, you know, and he always threatened. He had already threatened, I'm going to get Tasha K on you. I'm going to get her on you. Boop, boop, bop, 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 bop. So then here she come texting me like, I'm not about to play with Angelo behind. And I should have texted her and told her like, I'm not about to play with you either. Like what? That's why I text her back and I'm like, what? People think it's tough. No, I don't have to put on a performance. You come to me, I'm going to tell you how I feel, period. Like, I don't got to do all that. What y'all consider as scary, that's neither here nor there. Anyways. So, I said, I'm not about to play these games with Angelo behind. She said, this ain't got nothing to do with Angelo. It's about the info you were given. This was June 18th, 2019. So she called me. She tried to convince me about the information that I was given. Girl, the information that I was given was the truth. You hadn't ran it. The source came to me. I ran it. It was what it was. That is what it is. Period. Pooh. End of that. That was last year. Now we're going on to 2020. Jason Lee does a video, calls her problematic. Everybody is blowing up my DM. Oh my God. Have you seen this? He calling her problematic. Tasha K problematic. Da 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 da. They going back and forth. Are you going to cover this? You're damn right I am. It's a hot damn trending topic and I'm going to cover it. And when I cover it, there is still, even though she hit me a whole year prior and what was that, 6-7 months prior with the whole Angelo thing, there's no bad blood there. I said what I said. Like, what do you want? Like what? Like what? Like, period. Like, I'm not about to play. Like what?
The perception that y'all have as if we were buddy-buddy is so far from the truth. And the fact that y'all think that I am stupid enough to tell this woman anything personal about mine is really concerning. Like, if y'all can't discern that I know that that girl is a snake, that I'm just going to give her the bare minimum, then something is wrong with y'all. Like, we were never friends. We were never buddy-buddy. We talked cordially, and most of the conversations were initiated by her. It's her reaching out to me. Just like every time you see the correspondence between her and anybody else, it's her reaching out to them. It burns her up that, the internet world, y'all have the perception that somebody fuck with her, but she knows deep down we don't really fuck with her like that. Because anybody with common sense should know that that is a person that you keep at a distance. When I have initiated contact with her, it was number one to say, hey, is the situation with you in daytime, tea time non-repairable? Number two was when the story broke out that there was a lawsuit about the whole Cardi B situation. I contacted her for comment. Other than that, any other time she reached out to me, and she was reaching out to me I know not to trust this girl. So the times that y'all seen her on my live was times that she came on my live. It wasn't like I don't talk to her like that because I know to keep a person like her at a distance.
But there's no bad blood, but I'm still not, even if this exchange never happened, I'm still going to keep it real because there's no beef. I tell you how I feel as an adult. I'm not an ass kisser. I don't kiss your ass. I'm not going to just say whatever. I don't know why people came up with this whole rhetoric that they think that I'm scared to say what the fuck I want to say when I've always on my platform said what the hell I want to say. I got hella backlash with my R. Kelly stories and I still said what I wanted to say. So I don't understand that, but it is what it is. It's what it is. But I guess if you don't put on a rah performance and you act tough, you put on an act that you're tough, then people think that you're not, and that they take that as you're weak because you don't act tough. I get it. It's cool. Whatever. Anyways, so Jason Lee video comes up. She says, I did find it hypocritical that she was hella below the belt with Alexis Sky, beyond imaginably below the belt. And as soon as Alexis Sky defended herself, her audience and her winos tried to play like Tasha K was the victim, and they acted like that girl couldn't defend herself when Tasha K was saying extremely slanderous stuff about her. I felt that was extremely hypocritical. When it came to the Jason Lee thing, I felt like it was fair game. Jason was petty. She was petty. I felt like she was well within her right to pick up the subject, and I felt like he was well within his right to go back at her with it. But her audience painted her as the victim, and I felt like that was hypocritical. So when I did my video, I said it. She called in. I'm talking about her. I let her on. We're not enemies, so yeah. Hey, girl. Because that's not my enemy. She's not. I don't got beef with her. But I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be an adult. Girl, now you know you go below the belt. Because you do.
Nick, Tasha, you do the same shit. You was tearing up them R. Kelly parents.
Tasha, you go way below the belt with everybody.
First of all, I'm from the South, okay? And we just say it for what it is. I know y'all West Coast people speak a little bit more proper so it comes out easy. But being from the South, okay, we just say the shit for what it is with the wine or wine coolers and beers.
Yeah, but you make it sting a little bit different. I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that.
Listen. Y'all
but I do the same thing. I don't.
No, y'all bloggers. Y'all like to, do your commentary and say, you know what, I'm going to give my little commentary, but I'm just not going to go there. Even though you know you want to go there, but because you trying to remain wholesome, you trying to remain a Christian, You gonna be quiet.
No, but that's the difference. We don't, and you do. That's the difference.
But that's the way I was raised. Like, if you meet any family from the South, especially Florida, we don't hold our tongues. It is what it is. Okay,
but can you admit that you do go below the belt?
My shit is entertainment. Comedians go below the belt all the time.
Okay, so we can agree. So what are your thoughts on
we can't agree unless you agree that you do the same thing. But you just have a West Coast dialect. That's it. The only difference is, but don't you be coming for me and you be doing the same thing. You be dragging these people.
I don't. No. And the only in my thing too, Tasha, I'm gonna be real. You be going gutter with people, and when they respond to you, it be like they ain't allowed to say nothing.
They can respond. I never said nobody can't respond to me.
Y'all be acting like these people can't respond.
No, I don't act like that. Listen, I give them fair game. I said I was waiting on his video, but when I saw his video was weak and he used like Armand shit, I was like, why you can't use your own shit? Like, come on. Like, we all know without that editing, Jason Lee's personality is dry as fuck. Bitch, turn on that live stream and let's see what you're working with. Let's see how many people you can hold for an hour. None. Probably about 600 people, as much as he does on his Instagram. I hold 19,000 because my personality was given to me by God. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a reason for this. There's a purpose behind what I do.
And with what you be doing, it ain't what I be doing, because I don't be going gutter down below. But
you drag them the difference between you and I is you drag them sophisticated. You real sophisticated and classy with your drag.
What is that?
That's Southern for sophisticated. So we say sophisticated. What
is that?
With your drags. So anybody, listen, I don't care. Anybody can come for me. I'm so used to it. It actually builds my brand. I would have helped him.
You was about to help that boy.
I would have interviewed. Listen, I have nothing against anybody. I would interview anybody. I would interview Jason Lee. Absolutely. Will I push his book? Absolutely. Yes. If it's going to bring me great numbers, I'll do it.
Okay, but do you think that it will really bring you great numbers? Come on.
No.
So you ain't even being real. You ain't telling the truth.
I didn't have to be nasty with her. Like, it's a kiki. Like, girl, you funny as hell. Like, you really think that you don't be going below the belt? To me, that's funny. Like, girl, no. Like, we are not the same. You know that we're not the same. Yeah, I may go a little bit, like, throw a little shade. Who don't throw a little shade in this sector? We throw a little shade. But the lengths that you go, I don't go. That's a fact. Her audience took it like I was hating on her. Oh, she's a hater. No, I'm an adult. I don't go as low as she go. I don't. It's a fact. So that was that. So then we're going to fast forward to the fish incident. Now, when it came to the fish incident, now the last text messaging correspondent that we had, when I did the Jason Lee video, I didn't call Tasha, I didn't text her, I didn't tell her that I'm about to report it. I didn't hit up Jason like, hey, I'm about to report this. My subscribers came to me and said, this is hot, this is trending, are you going to talk about it? I talked about it, and she happened to catch my live. Now, how Tasha catch everybody live that go live about her, that is an art in itself. I have no idea. It's people who do videos about me that people will send it to me weeks, months later. They're like, did you see this? I don't personally search my name, so I don't know how it is to constantly be refreshing. Like, I don't know if she constantly refreshing to who talking about me, who talking about me, like, she got to, because she catches everybody live. I did not text her and tell her I was going live with the whole Jason Lee content. She caught my live. It is what it is. I'm talking about her, so I let her on my live, period. When I did the fish content, so there was no text message or any type of phone conversation, text conversation, any type of exchange like that. Yeah, she came on my platform, but there was no text or any type of phone call exchange like that since June of last year. So I did the fish video. Now, when I do social conversations, it is not met with malice. It is due to the fact that I have a large LGBT community audience, and I have a large heterosexual audience. I have heterosexual women. I have LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, trans community over here. So since I have a good balance of both, it is a good happy medium that we can come and talk about certain conversations that kind of intertwine. So when it came to the Malik Yoba situation, I had some really, really good, interesting, and enlightening and informative conversations about trans attraction, how the interaction is, and things like that. Innocent, not trying to put trans down, not trying to put heterosexual down. I do not agree with DL men lying to women. However, we can have this conversation and we can talk about it. When it comes to Dwayne Wade, like some of these topics, like there'll be a main subcategory, but it's a very much broader conversation across the board. The Malik Yoba situation it was him, but it was a broader conversation about how the community acts as a whole. And that's the conversation that I had. Dwayne Wade's situation, I have a person come on. Me, it doesn't matter how many times I say, I don't agree, I don't agree, I don't agree. If I brought that person on, people become tone deaf. And if they say, or if they spew homophobia, people will be like, oh, she's homophobic because that person said it. What? I said how many times I don't agree? Like what? But I opened up my lines so that I can have LGBT talk, hetero talk, and we can all respect one another. The fish topic, same thing. It was a conversation that T.S. Madison said, but it was a broader conversation across the board. It was not malicious to T.S. Madison. It was not to attack or demean T.S. Madison. Armand had broke the story that Gio had fell out with her, and one of my subscribers had came to me and they said, T.S. Madison is talking about the DL lady in Indianapolis. I don't like the way that she talks about the DL and the DL lady in Indianapolis. Can you view this video? I had already did the video on the DL the lady who came out with exposing the DL men, and I'm doing air quotes because I need to update that story. And that'll be part of like another segment that I'm gonna add. So they wanted me to, since I already did that video, so it was a lot of things intertwining, and I'm like, we could just address all of it at once. She somewhat addressed, is his name Gio? Now I'm forgetting if that's even a damn name. I think so. Anyways, so it was a somewhat addressing of Gio. Well, hell, in YouTube, we gotta title the shit that's gonna get people to come to the channel. It is what it is. Period. Like, everybody knows that you gotta title shit a certain way, and it is what it is. Like, period. So that's just that on that. I breezed through the Geo thing and just, you know, addressed that. And then I was like, well, I don't have a major issue as far as how she addressed the woman in Indianapolis. But as I was watching the video, she used the term fish publicly. Now, a lot of people were like, that's a private conversation. That's a private thing. T.S. Madison talks about this on a public platform. So once it came to a public platform, I can talk about it. She talked about it publicly. This isn't like a leaked private call of her and her friend that got leaked privately. It was a private call that got leaked. This was a public discussion. So I seen it, and I'm like, I don't really want to focus on the whole woman in Indianapolis thing. I want to have a broader conversation about the term fish. I don't agree with being caught fish. I don't like that word. So let's talk about it. I had put it on my Instagram, and it was not maliciously to tear down T.S. Madison. Just like the Malik Yoba thing. I had a broader conversation about the community as a whole, as the individual experiences. It was no longer even about Malik. It was about individual experiences within that. So I wanted to do the same. I had a trans woman who had been reaching out to me, who wanted to talk on my platform. And I know I got a hetero audience, LGBT audience. Let's have this discussion. Nobody had been talking about it, so let's talk about it. So that's what I did. In that video, Daytime Tea Time makes an appearance on my channel. Daytime Tea Time had never made an appearance on my channel. I have always been cordial with Candace. That is the same reason why when she fell out with Tasha, I had text Tasha and I'm like, is this totally unrepairable? Like, is this like totally like not cool? And she had called me, everybody's so jealous. Like, she swear everybody's so jealous of me. She jealous of me. And I'm just listening to her like, all right, well, I'm out. Like, all right, cool, whatever. Candace was distraught. I'm like, damn, what happened? Did you really get hacked? What's going on? Like, is it really that deep? Like, what's happening here? You know, I didn't think, I'm like, a hack, really? But until you realize how diabolical this person is, you don't realize that something that sounds so bizarre, that person, you can't put it past them. That's all I'll say on that. Daytime Tea Time makes an appearance on my channel. Tasha, after I wrap the video, after Daytime Tea Time makes an appearance, I done several videos on my channel. But she never texts me on a video that don't pertain to her. Now, I realize when she comes on my platform on something that pertains to her, but I found it very odd that she's texting me about something that's not about R. Kelly and texting me about something that didn't pertain to her. But I'm like, oh, Daytime Tea Time came on my channel. Okay, this is weird. So she texts me and she says, OMG, your hair tonight was fire, girl. She put the wine glasses and the cartwheel. So I say boo to everybody, subscribers. That's just my lingo. I say, hey, all right. I said, thanks, boo. She said, girl, I turned on that video, was like, whoa. I replied and I said, it was a roller coaster the moment the callers came in. I was not ready. Now, I wasn't ready. We had a phone sex operator call in that definitely stole the show. We had trans women tell about their experiences and how they feel. I had animated gay men and unanimated gay men. I had animated heterosexual women and non-animated heterosexual women. I mean, yeah, that's right. It was a whole like roller coaster of a show. So that's what I told her. It was a roller coaster the moment the callers came in. I was not ready. So being that she had already prior been on for Jason Lee, and I had never texted her about this because we don't be texting like that. We're not like buddies like that. Then at that moment, then I expressed to her, yo subs was so mad at me in the comments of the Jason video. I'm like, why y'all mad? LOL. She says, let me go look at them. And I said, they a mess, telling me I was hating. I'm like, what the heck? So you know, and I guess when people like people, if you don't kiss the person that they like ass, they view it as hating. I I'm an adult. If I see Tasha hitting below the belt and I see people holding her at this victim card, I'm going to be adult and be like, Tasha, now you know, come on now, like, I don't know why y'all think I'm afraid to tell people what I'm afraid to tell them. Like, I told her how I felt in the Jason Lee video. There was no beef, there was no malice. So I don't understand why y'all think somebody is scared just because they don't foam at the mouth. But I already talked about that, whatever. Anyways, so I'm already having an eyebrow raised at this whole thread because you don't be texting me. All of a sudden, daytime, tea time comes on my channel. Then you start texting me. This is weird, but I'll be cordial and I'll be cool. And it's all whatever. We ain't beefing. We ain't at this time. We're not beefing. We're not, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be cordial, but I'll also proceed with caution because I don't trust this. Something about this feels set up-ish. It feels set up-ish, you know? So then she says, you know, my co-host literally wants to date you. And then she replies, you know how they are. I don't think you were hating, because she was replying back to the whole Jason Lee thing. And then I said, hell no, I wasn't hating. We was having an adult discussion. Adults can hold other adults accountable. Adults can talk and say, girl, now you know you was tripping here. Or girl, come on now, really? That's what adults do. Ass kissers do something else. Idol worshipers, they do something else. Adults, they have actual adult conversations. Anyways. So she said, I know you weren't. So then we go back. Then I go back and I say, and Storm you talking about? Because she said, my co-host literally wants to date you. So me, I'm not trying to challenge a person's sexuality. I think that he's gay. That's what I think. I'm not saying that he is for sure. I'm not saying I know it for a fact. I myself think that he's gay. So when she tells me, my co-host literally wants to date you, number one, this is fishy that you're writing me that after you see Daytime Tea Time on my page. And then number two, now you're trying to set me up with your co-host that I don't believe that you believe that he's straight. So that's fishy as well. Number three, at the time of this text, this is February 25th. In December, Storm had already sent several messages via his videos telling his subscribers he thought I was pretty, he thought I was attractive, he thought that all of these things. I already heard this before. People have came to my DMs. Storm thinks that you're pretty. He wants to date you. His subscribers come to my community tab. Storm's talking about you on his channel. People come to my video comments whenever, like if he does a video, they'll come. Storm says that. I already know what he said. So when she comes with this set up-ish situation, I'm looking like, girl, I don't think that you think that he's straight. I don't think that he's straight. So I'm a big cordial, but this is set up-ish. This is weird. She said, so, you know, so she said, so we're like, she's propositioning Storm, but in between, she's still replying to the Jason Lee thing too. So she said, you ask the tough questions like a real reporter. And then I was replying to the Storm thing, and I said, I see him, meaning, girl, okay, I see it, like I've already heard it, but okay. So what about a date with Storm, she says. He thinks you're the most beautiful woman in the world, no joke. Okay, Tasha. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that he thinks I'm pretty, because there are men, and I don't know if Storm is gay. I think that he is. But there are men who are not straight or bisexual, because there are even bisexual men. Like, you know, there are men who you can still think a woman is attractive. So I'm not saying like an eye roll to him thinking that, but I'm just like side-eyeing her trying to hook this up when she knows. Come on now. I said, I don't know. He's never approached me in that way, like came at me on no date type stuff. She says, he's shy. Me. Storm is not shy. He has a big personality. When it comes to women that he likes, he really is. I say, oh, really? She says, yes. I say, oh, okay, now I know. Like, girl, what are you trying to do here? I said, oh, okay, now I know. I did not say, and things that you do not see, and things that will never be posted, no matter how she tries to spin a colorful story, and that's what she's great at. She'll tell you a colorful story like she told on her live, and she told the people she wanted Storm to take care of her and her baby. She wanted to have sex with Storm. She'll tell you a colorful story, and you'll be like, for real? And then you'll see the receipts, and then you'll be like, wait, that? But we're gonna get to that. So I never said, oh, tell him to hit me up, tell him I'm interested, because I'm not interested. I like masculine men. I told you guys on several occasions, I like men that'll check a bitch, and not no sassy checker or read a girl. I want a nigga that, don't play with me, type, you know what I'm saying? Not like I'm reading you, no. I like a masculine, man, a man that leads, not a man that is a follower. That's the type that I like. So I don't think that Storm is ugly. I think that he is a handsome guy. However, he's not my type as far as to date him. So I'm just like, okay, now I know. She goes and says to Storm, Neek is interested in you. I never told her I was interested in him. If y'all can't see how this lady orchestrates shit, she tried to she tried to set me up, bruh. But it's like, bruh, I'm not into him, so you can never set me up the way you want to set me up. Because number one, I already have my eyebrow raised because this is already fishy. Number two, I don't think that he's into me or women that way. Number three, I don't trust this. All of a sudden, Candace is on my live. This is very set up-ish. So then she goes to him. She's interested in you. What? But that's unbeknownst to me. I don't find that out until he claw himself trying to expose some dry ass receipts. So where I feel like she purposely and intentionally put me and T.S. Madison up against each other, I believe in my heart. Now, I wrote T.S. Madison today. I also wrote Chi-Chi. We done thrown jabs. We done thrown all of this stuff, and it is what it is. I stand on what I stand on. If it's funk, it's funk, and if it's not, it's not. If it's a bigger picture, I feel like it's a bigger picture. Now, despite the bigger picture, if T.S. Madison still feel like it's funk, then it's funk. But however, I feel like if there's a bigger picture, and if there is a evil, diabolical bitch that purposely and intentionally put the battery in T.S. Madison's back to purposely try to set me up, then my issue has minimized with T.S. Madison. And it has full throttle came here. Because in my heart, I believe that the same way that she lied and told Storm that I was interested in him, I think that she viewed my video that was not a malicious video, that was no different than any other social conversation that I have had. I have debates, discussions like that all the time. So when all the raggedy following bitches tried to say she should have never put her nose in their business, I wasn't putting my nose in their business. I was having a discussion like I always do on my channel, like I've done from the test of time. And that is something that I always do. I'm not inserting myself. I'm talking about a public conversation. Now, T.S. Madison said, this is between us. No, it's not just between you. It's public. You made it public, so we're talking about it. Public. I had a public discussion about a public video. Period. But I don't believe that T.S. Madison organically seen, like, now, like, if a subscriber came and told T.S. Madison, oh, they talking about you in this video, check it out. I don't think that that's what happened. I think that the same way she tried to weirdly set up this whole storm stuff, I think that she intentionally, she seen Daytime Tea Time came on my live, and she was like, oh, I'm about to take both these bitches out. I'm about to put her against her, and I'm about to, like, it's just, it's just, in my heart, I feel like she got to texting T.S. Madison, because when all this shit blew up, and she had finally called me and everything had hit the fan and I ended up picking the phone up, she was like, well, T.S. Madison feels like you're turning your audience against her. You're trying to turn real women against her and da-da-da-da. Now, analyzing how Tasha K moves, if she tells you something, it's the opposite. So I believe that Tasha, even though she says that's how T.S. Madison feels, I believe that the same way that she texted Storm and lied and said that I was interested, and she know damn well all I said was, now I know, meaning I'm not interested, but now I know. Okay. I think that's the same way that she texted T.S. Madison and told T.S. Madison that I am trying to turn women against her. This is my thought. And that I'm trying to turn real women against her. And I think that that is why T.S. Madison responded in the way that T.S. Madison did. Now, when T.S. Madison responded, I had not connected all the dots yet. So I still felt caught off guard by T.S. Madison's response. I knew that she was trying to set me up with the Storm thing. And I knew that outside of, okay, so I'm probably jumping all over the place, but it's just so much to try to unpack, because it's just so much. So, okay, let me back up. Did the fish discussion. She tried to set up the Storm shit. Storm writes me in my DM. I'm like, I'm at a cross between, I don't want to be mean, because at this time I hadn't fallen out with I hadn't fallen out with Tasha. I'm leery of what she's trying to do. I don't know her end goal yet. It's weird, but I don't know her end goal yet. So when he wrote me, I know that he has been shouting me out. So I'm like, she's up to something, but maybe maybe, I don't know, maybe he's not really in on it. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to be mean to him. So I'm like having a casual conversation. Many days before the fish incident, he asked me, would I mind collabing? Now, this is the timeline that y'all don't understand. Fish thing happened on February 25th. Prior to any of my co-host really wants to date you, prior to all of any of that, on the 22nd, he came forward and he said, would you like to collab? He's a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I don't have a beef with him. I don't have an issue with him. What's the issue? I don't mind collabing. Cool. Fish thing happened. Tasha does this weird shit. Storm then comes in my DM talking about he likes me. I've heard him say it on his platform, but I'm still leery because this is setup-ish, number one. Number two, he's not my type in that way, but I don't want to be mean in case he's not really in on it, in case this is just a single in case Tasha's a Lone Ranger. I don't want to go off on him, or I don't want to be like, well, I don't really fuck with you like that. But so I did a normal response that I would do to anybody who contacts me. I think you're pretty. I'm coming out there, blah, 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 blah. I live an hour from LA. So many people come and contact me. I'm coming to LA. A natural response is, when are you coming? He told me about something about the pier. I'm like, yeah, it's dope. He asked me what kind of food I like. Oh, anything but seafood. Because I'm still like, you know, this is weird, but whatever. I don't want to be mean, but I don't want to be rude either. What kind of food do you like? I like seafood. I mean, not seafood. I'd like anything but seafood. He also says, do you drink? Yes, I do.
He then tries to convince me that I can trust him, that he's not messy. I already know that you definitely ain't trustworthy, and I'm definitely never going to give you anything that you can make out of something, which I thought at the time. I didn't think that this was anything that you would try to make out of something, because it's clear as day that a real person who's interested in you would tell you, I'm interested in you too, or they would tell you, hey, call me sometime, or they would tell you, you know, things like that. I didn't tell you anything like that, so I didn't think this was anything that you would try to blow up and make to be something. But, you know, shit, if Tasha K is your mentor, y'all would try to make something out of anything. But that was the end of the conversation. He tried to convince me that he's not messy. I already know you're a messy queen. I would never trust you in that level. But yeah, okay, heard you.
End of communication. Never talked to him on the phone. Never told him I'm interested in talking to him on the phone. Never told him to hit me up. Never called him. Never texted him. Never had any other communication with him at all. This is where things really get weird here. And I hadn't put all the pieces together. Tasha, like 2 days later, after Storm comes into my DM acting like he wants to date, and I'm just like, boy, you know that you don't want to date me, but I'm going to be cordial and cool. Tasha, you know he don't want to date me, but I'm going to be cordial and cool. 2 days later, Tasha puts up a post. I'm about to trend the internet. I'm about to feed bloggers. I just wrapped the messiest interview. I'm about to get all the bloggers talking. So I'm like, ooh, she had been talking about Future. You know, there was some type of story from the UK, and she had this exclusive information. So I'm like, ooh, did the girl spill the tea? What's going on? Because Storm, who was just in my DM saying that he want to go on a date, which I was never going to go on that date, but I was trying to see where they was trying to go with this. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I knew it was set up-ish. But I was like, I don't know. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know. You know how you know something is up, but you don't want to be mean, but you don't? I don't know. It was weird. So I'm like, Storm had just been writing me, so I wasn't thinking that.
When Tasha K posted, I don't apologize in advance. This next episode gonna have a lot of folks pissed, and I don't give two fucks. I got a whole show to run and viewers, aka winos, to please. Stay tuned. Part 1 drops today. So under that post, Storm was co-signing what she said, and he was like,
when Storm was under there, and he was like, and we said what we said. We don't care what nobody say. We ain't taking it down. This is about to be up there and it's stuck there. And I'm like, ooh, this is about to be juicy. Who they talking about? What's this? Who they interviewing? It could be anybody. To my surprise, it's T.S. Madison. I was like, Storm is under there talking about we said what we said. We don't care who feel away. Y'all talking about the fish topic that I talked about. I had already fell out with T.S. Madison at that point, because in my heart, I feel like Tasha told T.S. Madison to view my video. She, like, you know how if somebody tells you, they tell you a narrative of something and you go in with that on your brain. I feel like T.S. Madison, because Tasha put the battery, because she wanted to put us against each other, because she wanted to take me out. She don't fuck with daytime tea time, but ooh, I can't stand both of these bitches. Like, ooh, she want to be cool with daytime tea time. I already don't like her, and I really ain't really feeling her. Like, I'm about to take this bitch out. That's what I feel like. So when I seen it, all of y'all think that she's so sensitive about fish. No, this bitch just tried to set me up with her fucking co-host that she knows is not straight. Then she just posted up a fucking post saying that she's just wrapped the messiest interview. Then I already fell out with T.S. Madison. And at that time, I didn't link that Tasha K probably was the one who put the battery. I'm just thinking like, girl, you really responded to my video that way and you ain't never gave that energy to Armand. That's the type of time I was on with TS, because I'm just like, you really going there with me like that and you ain't never said nothing to Armand? But now that I've got a new pair of eyes, I understand why T.S. Madison went at me like that, because that diabolical evil bitch put the battery in her back like that. I get it now. At that time, I didn't get it, but it did not make sense that you going hard body in the paint on me, but you don't say a goddamn thing to him. So that really bothered me. But I already felt some type of way that this girl was trying to set up this weird shit. You hitting me up after Candace is on my thing. You trying to set up this weird shit. You telling people that you about to trend the internet on a topic that I brought up. I just fell out with this person. Then you interview them. The first words that you say, hey, fish, you're trying to be funny. Y'all disrespecting me. This nigga was just in my DM trying to... Oh, y'all motherfuckers got me fucked up. So when I come forward, I wasn't like... I've been in the entertainment industry for a very long time. I done dated celebrity niggas. I done dated all kind of people. I don't throw niggas under the bus. Like niggas who have tried to... you know, come and date me or shit like that. Like, bitch, do you know the stories that I can expose on nigga? That's not me. So when I came, you guys didn't quite understand all of my frustration because I already knew, like, in my heart, like, Storm, what is this? Tasha, what is this? But when everything was coming together, it was bigger than the fish thing. But I didn't want to throw him under the bus like that because I didn't want to, like I didn't want to do that because I felt like he is that way and I felt like you're just like coming off that way. But I was really mad at Tasha because bitch, you are the one who did all, like you little sneaky little diabolical evil demonic bitch. You really did all of this shit. So my energy wasn't really focused so much on Storm, even though I felt a way. Nigga, you playing with me right now. I also felt a way about T.S. Madison because I didn't understand how T.S. Madison had all that energy for me, but didn't have none of that energy for Armand, didn't have none of that energy for Gio, but had all that energy for me. But I didn't realize that it was this motherfucker that was trying to set me up. So when I come frustrated and I'm fucking angry and I'm mad and I drop a tear, it's because these bitches is playing with me. Like, you coming at me with all this energy and you ain't got this energy with Armand or anybody. You trying to set me up and you trying to throw jabs. Like, and when I went live, it's like it's about the fish topic and that's part that y'all knew. And it was so much to unpack and I was just so frustrated. And I'm like, oh, like I was mad. So looking at it, a lot of people feel like she's so sensitive. Bitch, like what do Armand say? Pay it. Bitch, pay it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pay it. Like, whatever. It is what it is. Like, go on. Make your little jokes about your socks. But you, unless you are a total heartless bitch, and if you are a person who Like, because there's people who watch Tasha who know that she lies and fabricates, but they enjoy the entertainment, so they don't mind. And then there are delusional, heartless people who look at her content and they do not have a heart for the way in which she drags people way below the belt. I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all heartless anyway. I'm talking to the people that got logic, who have a heart. You cannot tell me that a person would have tried to set you up like that. You cannot tell me that you would not have felt some type of way about that, bro. And if you tell me that you wouldn't have felt a way about that, you're a liar. Just like her. You're a liar. Period. So that's that. So that was that original fish thing. So from the fish thing, that's its own thing, right? Whatever. Azriel comes forward and says that she ate boo-boo. I didn't say that she ate boo-boo. Tasha K had did a story before that said something about boo-boo, but I don't know what to believe when she's saying stuff. And honestly, I think that sometimes she just be saying some shit and some stuff check out and some stuff don't. Just like you make up enough stories, some version of it is going to end up true. You make up enough stories, some of the versions are going to end up true. That's just how I feel. And so I feel like some of the stuff, you know, she gets pieces that are true, pieces that hella ain't true. So she has said something about boo-boo. I'm like, boo-boo? Girl, ain't nobody eating boo-boo. So when Azriel said it, I'm like, I still don't think nobody eating boo-boo. So I had reported on a story. I didn't say that Azriel said it. Azriel said it out her own mouth. Angelo, he goes forward. Anytime I do a video on Azriel, he always goes live and tries to discredit me. He always goes live and talks shit about me. He went live and he made up this outlandish story about some fake source that then told him something about. It was just total lies. Guess who's in the live? Tasha K is in the live.
Ever since then, when Nick started backfiring at us, a friend of her family's or a relative of the family, email. Did she know I got emails of close friends of her mom that when she was younger? I'm talking about pictures. I'm talking about stuff from the baby father's page. A couple of her friends. I never put that out. I never sent it to nobody, and I never would, because I looked at her as a young queen. Why she back on this Angelo run, I don't know. When she had Dawn Russell lying ass on there, I didn't get on it. I didn't speak on her. Tasha K and them just dragged her ass. If I was to send this email over there with all this shit in there for her family, I'm talking about this is pictures I guarantee you wasn't even on the internet or none of this shit. I don't get into none of that. But if I go to TK, my little sister page, and go on there and roll this shit out, she would probably, you think she cried the other day? She would probably get off there and then everybody be saying, Angelo, you wrong, you wrong, you wrong. But it all gonna come out. This shit right in real soon. Let me let TK in this joint. I'm done with that shit. For real.
I'm looking. Oh, really? Okay. Peep game. Heard you. So he makes up this outlandish ass, bullshit ass, totally fucking fabricated lie. She's in the live, all happy and in attendance. In the damn live. Then some weirdo girl makes up a video piggybacking off of Angelo's live, spreading a whole lie, talking about I probably was molested as a... It just lies. Like, how the fuck do y'all sleep at night just lying? So, all of this stuff I have not addressed publicly so you guys don't know about it, but all of these things are happening. It is what it is. So, Azriel comes forward and says in her video the same sentence, Tasha K, and lied on stories. Now, I know know that Tasha K paints stuff colorful and flips stuff. And I seen some blogger try to say, Azriel did not say Tasha K lied. Girl, yes, she did. She said out of her own mouth that Tasha K lied. Bloggers like Tasha K and bloggers lied. But she said Tasha K. And that went in parallel with lied. So, boo-boo, yes, she did say that. Now, I know that Tasha paints colorful pictures, but y'all cannot be so delusional that a girl says out of her mouth that somebody lied, and then Tasha K paints a colorful story, and then you act like this person didn't say what they said. She said that. She said that. How are you gonna act like this girl didn't say what she said because Tasha done came out? And something is wrong with y'all. Tasha K said, well, she only used me as a reference. She didn't mean me, but she really meant Neek. How did she didn't mean you, but she meant me, but she said you? Girl. Anyways. So I did the video. And yes, I threw slight shade, girl. And my shade was true facts. Call it shade, call it a fact. Both of two things can be true. Both of them can be true. You lie on stories and you add in portions. And because I don't fuck with you and because you tried to set me up, you can also take it as shade. Both of them can also be true. But the fact that Azriel said that you lied, she said that you lied.
And don't come to me telling me, well, Azriel told her in a DM that she did. Now we got two liars then. So, because Azriel said what she said out of her mouth. So, now you know that Azriel is a confirmed liar, which we already know that she's a liar. And we also know that Tasha K is a liar. But what we do know for a fact is she said out of her own mouth that in that original video that Tasha K lied on stories. So don't tell me a twisted shit that she colored for painted to Tasha and then the twisted flip that Tasha said. I'm going by what I heard in the video with Azriel said in parallel to lying in videos and putting Tasha K's name.
So then now she comes forward and she is on vengeance attack mode. Girl, why is you on such vengeance attack mode when you just tried to set me up? You just tried to pin me against the trans community. You set me up against T.S. Madison. You tried to set up a fake bogus situation with your co-host that you know don't like. You was hoping that I would say he's handsome and that you was hoping that I gave you answers that I was not going to give you. And you still spun the narrative girl, mental illness is real. And you won't understand how diabolical this person is. And you will look at it as a viewer and you'll be like, I know she's a liar. I know she can't be trusted. But you don't understand the depths. So when people think that Candace is crazy and they think that Lovely T is crazy because she would... You don't know crazy until that woman, I done fell out with bitches. I done argue with bitches. That's nothing. But when people purposely, go out of, bitch, I even got a message under a fake troll account that said, Kyle Afferny, the name of the guy who runs the Neighborhood Talk. I even think that was her. It was a message that came after this whole Azriel thing that came and the name was Kyle Afferny. I even think that this girl, I can't prove that it's her. I'm just saying I think that I was her. But it was a message that came and they was coming for me. And I'm like, Kyle coming for me? So I wrote Kyle and I'm like, is this you writing me? He said, no, that's not me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, who else would make a fake troll account? It's just, anyways, weird. So I don't have proof that it is her, but stuff just is weird. So anyways, so a lot of people act like, oh, Neek is acting like a victim. I'm not acting like a victim of shit. Do I expect her to maybe throw shade or throw her little, oh, your channel not performing, you're not getting numbers? Yeah, I expect her to throw shade. Do I know she goes below the belt? Yes. But do I feel like that warranted her to go that below the belt? No. Take it as shade, throw shade, and that be that. She could say, oh, your edges. Girl, you wrote me and said my hair was beautiful and all of that. Like, now I don't got no edges. Come on, whatever. So when people act like, no, I didn't expect her to try to, like, stop my bag and do all of that and do all, no. So, no, I did not expect that. I do feel like she set me up. I feel like she, and I don't have proof of it, I did write T.S. Madison and ask her if Tasha came to her. She didn't respond. It is what it is. But I know that when she watches this, she knows. She might not want to admit it, but she knows. I believe in my gut that she told T.S. Madison that. Because when T.S. Madison went live, she really was trying to get us to be head to head. When T.S. Madison went live and was coming at me, guess who texted me and told me T.S. Madison was live talking shit about me? Tasha motherfucking K. So do I think for 1 minute that Tasha K was not the one who tried to put us against each other? No. So when y'all try to make it seem like I'm just being sensitive about fish, no, this bitch tried to set me up. And I fall out with bitches every day. But this is on some next level shit that is just, girl, you really that miserable in your life?
And mind you, her doing all this tricky shit with T.S. Madison, this wasn't because of me talking about Azriel. This came after Candace Daytime Tea Time showed up on my fucking video. And this came after I simply told her, like, yeah, girl, Tasha, you do go below the belt in that video. After that, this bitch devised a diabolical fucking plan, an intricate fucking plan to try to get me the fuck up out of here. She tried to ruin, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, like, oh, y'all don't even understand. Like, she makes you sound crazy like her, but I kid you not. Like I'm saying, like she did, like, and it's like when you think about the reason why she did it, it wasn't because I threw shade or whatever because of the Azriel line thing. This happened way before that. She was devising this, setting this shit up, bro. From simply Daytime Tea Time coming on my video and simply me telling her, no, Tasha, you do go below the belt. This bitch devised this whole plan from that. Like, if that's not a sick bitch, I don't know what is. Like, and like I said, I understand people not really fucking with you, or I really don't like her, or you talk shit about somebody and you be like, I don't really like Neek, or I don't really fuck with her, or something like that. That's different than a bitch really trying to set you up, trying to get you to talk to a nigga she know is gay, try to get that. Okay, well, I didn't get the response that I want there, so let me DM T.S. Madison or text her. I bet you, I bet any kind of money that T.S. Madison has a text line in her phone from that night, or a call from that night that I went live saying that Neek is trying to turn real women against you. I just know it in my gut that she went and did that on purpose, all because Candace, like, why are you so, like, what is it that bothers you so bad about people being cool with Candace? Like, why does that burn you up? Like, are you, like, and it's like I'm like, okay, I feel like there was a little bit of salt or whatever, or a little competition between the R. Kelly stuff. But no, like, you've never devised a plan this level of this magnitude over any of the R. Kelly stuff. Like, you came that one time or whatever, but this all was after Candace showed up on my live. Something about that you just really don't want people to like her. And it bothers you that we're cordial with her. And on the internet side, people, they thought that me and you were friends. We never were friends. We were cordial colleagues. I wasn't her enemy. I wasn't beefing with her. I was not, against her. We were cordial colleagues that I knew to keep at a distance. People keep on saying, how can Neek trust her? How can she be? I never trusted this bitch. I never told her nothing about my baby daddy and never had a conversation with her about my personal business. And if I did casually say something in the midst of when I talked to her about Candace daytime tea time, because now that I'm thinking back at it, I think she probably did say, well, how are you? I'm fine. I always keep my stuff about my personal with her real brief. Like, it's real cut and dry and real dry. I would never tell her my personal information. So when people come to me and they're like, oh, how could she try to date Storm? I never fucking tried to date Storm. I was cordial with Storm. That's what I was. He wrote me. I was cordial with him, but I was very, 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 very minimal in my responses because I did not ever want him to ever try to paint the picture that I'm trying to come on to him. And lo and behold, you give them a little piece and oh boy, they will take them out. I did not feel like I gave him enough to try to make it seem like I was into him because I was not. But boy, oh boy, does he learn good how to spin a fucking narrative and spin a fucking story from his mentor. Oh yes, they will take a little bitty piece. You think you ain't gave them nothing, but oh boy, you gave them too fucking much by even responding. I'm thinking I'm just going to be cordial and just leave these messages dry because I know for a fact if the nigga come out here, I'm never going to ever fucking get in the same building, same room with him so he could ever say anything like or lie and say something happened or whatever. I am infamous for the I can't find a babysitter line. That is my favorite line when a nigga come out here, but I just don't be wanting to be mean. Like, oh, okay, when you coming out here, let me know when you coming out here. I'll probably be out here. But then when they come out here, oh, I can't find a babysitter. That's just, you could be more blunt and be like, nigga, I don't fuck with you. But it's like, why be rude to somebody that hasn't done harm to you? Just ghost them. And that's that. And keep it pushing. And that's all that was, and that's all that will ever be. So Storm, while you think you're laughing and you're having a kiki, and you think you got a kiki out of me crying in a motherfucking sock, we really gonna get the real kiki when she air your dusty, rusty following, wanting somebody to be a beard, because, oh, don't play the, oh, you coming for my sexuality card. No, don't fucking play with me. You devised that plan with her. Y'all both tried to set me up, and I did not throw you under the bus. You went on your live and you tried to act like when you exposed them dry ass messages that, boy, I would never, ever, ever, you ain't my type in the masculine way. You're not ugly. You're an attractive guy. However, I'm not attracted to you in that way because I like men who are masculine. That's not a diss to you. There are women who like men who are not masculine. There are women who like that. I'm not a woman who like that. So I just was cordial with you. The same way when Martin Lewis, who is an openly gay YouTuber, he talks about, it's no secret that he is openly gay. The same way that the interaction that it would have been if I ever linked up with you, that I know for a fact I ain't crazy. I was never going to do that. But it would have been nothing more than this. I view you the same way. I don't view you as straight. So it was nothing more than the same interaction. Martin Lewis hit me up, said, hey, I'm in LA, wanted to go to lunch. I didn't have a problem with it. I went to go have lunch with him. Am I trying to fuck this dude? No, just like I wasn't ever and would never fuck you. It just was simple, cordial conversation. Now with you, I was never going to actually follow through. Now with Martin Lewis, I went to link up with him because I don't think that he's not to be trusted. I know that you're not to be trusted because I don't trust Tasha. So me not trusting Tasha, I don't trust you. So I wouldn't have gave you the ammo to actually physically meet up with you. Like I never was going to do that. But it never like the cordialness is nothing different than the cordialness that I had with Martin. Just like when me and Martin collabed on a video before. I view you the same way as I view him. I collabed with Martin on videos before. Like when you hit me up to want to collab, it was no thing. Like, all right, we could collab. But sexually, romantically, I'm sorry, buddy, but hell fucking no. Now, you haven't done enough research with women to understand because you clearly couldn't have had enough experience with women to really think you had a smoking gun. That narrative only gets spun to other women who don't have interactions with men, and for them to think that I ever was interested in you on that level. When Tasha K went on her live and lied and said that I wanted you to take care of my child, and then you showed them weird ass messages that clearly show that, number one, I never even gave you my number. An interested woman would have been like, call me sometime. Let's talk offline. You wouldn't be writing me in a DM. You would have text messages where we text each other. You would have, messages where I'm telling you, I'm saying I'm feeling you. You don't have that. All you have is you asking me a question and me cordially responding to you, and not in a romantic way. I never reciprocated anything that you said. I never said, oh, I like you too, because I don't like you in that way. I think that you are cool. Well, I thought that you were cool. I didn't think that you were as low. Like I knew you were a follower and I knew that you fought Tasha K's battles, but I didn't think that you were that low, like that low of, that you would go and team up with her to try to set somebody up. Like, so get a kiki out of me crying in a sock. But boy, are we going to get the kiki of the century when you are having snot boogers and all kind of shit running down your face when she turn on your ass. Because if you think that this snake of a female is not going to turn on you and air you the fuck out, you got another thing coming, Miss Thang, as Armand would say, Miss Thang. You got another thing coming, Miss Thang. Now, and then and about the Armand thing, you went and when you was showing them stale receipts, you tried to say, oh, she was donating to Armand after he was dragging me. Well, bitch, you was sitting on a platform with 7 stars who was trying to drag me and you kikiing with her after you was trying to fake get me to be your beard. You, before Armand ever went live, you did a whole live with Wiley. You did a whole live with 7, and all of which was coming at me sideways, and all of which you thought the shit was funny and cute. None of which I felt like, okay, heard you. So when Armand dragged your ass, yes, I donated to his motherfucking drag, because drag your ass because you want to play. Period. Now, as far as Tasha, now I didn't feel like all the lies that you made about me not knowing my baby daddy, all of the lies that you made, those don't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that it's weird that obsession that you have with people and their children. Anytime a bitch don't fuck with you, now you try to make it seem like, oh, I don't mess with them or they're coming out. No, you're the snake. Nobody else is falling out with people at the rate that you are. You are the snake, honey. You are. And me, I'm humble. I'm so humble that I know that I don't have 700,000 subscribers. And I mean, I realize that your page, even though you peaked and you got to 700,000, I know that your page is not elevating because you should have been at 1 million by now. So I know that you're kind of stuck at an incline, just like I'm at a kind of like a halt in mine, because you get in what you put out. So you desperately need to try to push your channel. Like people think because a person has these high numbers that they don't try to push narratives and agendas to try to get their page to go up. Motherfuckers may have numbers, but they want more numbers. Tasha has been stuck. And shit, I ain't been putting in a lot into my channel either because I've been working on my business that I talk about, like I said, I talk about getting money, wholesale stuff on my second channel. So if y'all are confused on how wholesale work and you're ignorant to the fact of how wholesale to resale work, baby, I'm about to school y'all, and I already did part 1 on my second channel. But don't be fooled thinking that just because a person got numbers that they're not trying to get their numbers to trend and try to get like, yeah, they're using me for views. No, you're orchestrating and devising these diabolical schemes to try to elevate yourself. Like, you want to be the only blogger. It burns you up that Lovely T is still moving and being very unbothered by you, and people still respect her. And it bothers you that other YouTubers like myself are still kicking. So you want to be the only one, a typical narcissist. I get it. So you need to do these things, and people think because you got the numbers, you're not doing them, but I see that you are doing them. So fix your lies. Stop lying on us and be truthful and say, I need them so that I can get my stuff bubbling. You need us so that you can try to show that your name is trending. So you saying that we need you for views. No, you need us. Like, you need this domino ripple effect so that you can try to secure these brand deals to try to make it appear that you are like hot on the block. It's all smoke and mirrors. You are going low to try to take us out so that you can try to appear one way, like you're the hot thing. We don't care about you. The only time people care about you is when you do low blow stuff like this. And if this makes you happy, and if it satisfies you to go this low to try to secure these brand deals, then I mean, hey, shit, you might sleep well at night knowing that. But hey, that just would never be a part that's something that would sizzle and fit right in my spirit. So I'm realistic, and I'm like, well, I ain't got 700,000. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't even portray or feel like or anything. I know where I'm at. So I wouldn't think that you would be envious of my page, but I think, one thing I've always learned is a person could have more money than you. They could have more followers than you, but they still don't have the true love and respect that, like, people envy the way people respect you. People envy the way people show you love. Now with her, everybody who goes to her, they go to her because they're using her. Now she's using them too, but when she gets a interaction with somebody, it's because they're using her, and it boils her up that, when we have interactions with Candace and we have interactions with other people like Armand or we don't want anything from them. And it burns you up that every time somebody comes to you, they want something from you. Now, if you pull up the receipts, I ain't never wanted a motherfucking thing from you. I never asked you to share shit of mine. I never asked you to come on any of my lives. I never asked you to do a motherfucking thing. You are so gun-ho at, shit, I don't know who's checking for their names more, you or Cardi. Like, maybe that's why y'all going toe-to-toe, because maybe y'all checking the internet at an unhealthy rate. You came on my lives because people think like, oh, Tasha K helping these people. No, she just like this. Man, I just pray for you. Your obsession with people and their children is very, very weird. The fact that you always are trying to bring people's children in mess. And it's like, girl, what is your obsession? You go after Cardi B, don't know her baby daddy. We all know that she's married and had a kid with Offset. Then you go after me and claim I don't know my baby daddy when I always talk about my baby daddy on my platform. Any topic that has anything to do with co-parenting or, parents and stuff like that, I always mention the fact that, I've had struggles co-parenting with my daughter's dad, but she very much definitely goes to him on the weekends. That has definitely been in a place since she has been a newborn baby, and he definitely always gets my child. So, like, I don't know, it's just sick, the obsession that you have to, like, it's so sick that you say lies that can be debunked. Anybody who goes to any video, like, say, for instance, the video where, what video was that where the mom went to the daycare and she cut the baby's braids out I did commentary on that. I was talking about my baby daddy in that video. I've mentioned my baby daddy several times on this platform. So to say that I don't know who he is, but suddenly I don't know who I had sex with, but you know who I had sex with, girl. I had a whole, like, girl, get well. Get well. Oh, I'm suddenly talking to R. Kelly. Girl, you do, like, it's one thing for a bitch to read you and drag you with truth, but you gotta be a certain type of female to really, like, it really burns you up the way other people are loved. It burns you up the way that Candace is loved. It burns you up the way that everybody discredits you. And when you see people who have less numbers than you, they have more respect than you. We don't have the numbers that you have, but we have the respect that you don't have. And that is what you envy. And that is what you are jealous of. Because I ain't never considered you my friend. I've never had you close to my business, never told you personal business of mine, and would have, and I was never gonna tell Storm anything personal. But anywho, I'm just going to leave that right there. She said something about when she get back, she going to expose my baby daddy. Ooh, baby, the lawsuit that he will serve your ass, and he got the money to fight you. Baby, I don't know if that's the that's the tree you want to go up, honey, because I may have resistance, but baby, that motherfucker right there, he is a fighter, and he will fight you tooth and nail because he's a private person. And the picture that Angelo stole off my page of him when it was up there a long time ago, baby, you expose anything about that man on a large platform, you think you got a problem now, honey. Who child? And let me tell you, he got time. He got time. So I'm just going to leave on that note. I just wanted to say my piece. It is what it is. Miss Thang, as our mom would say, Miss Thang, I can't wait till you got them snot boogers, and you probably will tuck your tail enough to not do it on camera. But when she airs you out, I know that you're going to be doing in private, and I'm just going to wait for that moment. With that being said, I'm out. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Go to my website, neekatnight.com. If you are ignorant to how wholesale to retail work, definitely check out my other channel. Check out my Neek at Nighttime pajamas, because we're definitely going to be pushing them still. Thank you for everybody who supported me with the pajamas. You guys rock. And I'll see you guys on the next video. And boy, Tasha, girl, I'm gonna just pray for you that you have a happy, like you get a, what they say, do we need a resolution? Whoop, whoop. I'm just going to pray that you get a resolution and somebody touch you, honey, because woo, child, it's something shaking and rattling up in there that just needs to get out, and it needs to get free because it just ain't right. Okay, goodbye.